Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Mohammed Khan, Chief Minister of Kerala, Sri Pinarayi Vijayan, my cabinet colleague, Sri R.K. Singh, Hardeep Singh Puri, other distinguished guests, friends, Namaskaram Kerala. Just a few days ago, I was in Kerala to inaugurate key projects of the petroleum sector. Today, thanks to technology, we are connected once again. We are connected once again. We are taking important steps in the development journey of Kerala. The development works starting today are spread across the state. They cover a wide range of sectors. They will power and empower this beautiful state whose people are making rich contributions to India's progress. The 2000 megawatt state-of-the-art Pugalur-Thrissur high voltage direct current system is being inaugurated today. This is the first HVDC interconnection of Kerala with national grid. Thrissur is an important cultural center of Kerala. Now, it will also be the power center for Kerala. This system will facilitate transfer of large quantum of power to meet the growing power demand of the state. It is also the first time the VSC converter technology has been introduced in the country for transmission. It is indeed a moment of pride for all of us. Friends, internal power generating sources in Kerala are seasonal. This makes the state largely dependent on import of power from the national grid. This gap had to be bridged. The HVDC system helps us achieve this. Now, there will be access to power with reliability. It is equally important to strengthen intra-state transmission network for delivery of power to the households and industrial units. There is one another aspect which makes me happy about this project. The HVDC equipment used in this project have been made in India. This makes our Atmanirbhar Bharat movement stronger. Friends, we are not just dedicating a transmission project. We have a project of producing electricity also. It is a pleasure to dedicate yet another clean energy asset of 50 megawatt capacity, the Kasaragod Solar Project. This will be a step in achieving the green and clean energy dream of our country. India is devoting great importance to solar energy. Our gains in solar energy ensure a stronger fight against climate change, a boost to our entrepreneurs. Work is also underway to connect our hard-working farmers with the solar sector, make our Annadata also Urjadata. Under PM Kusum Yojana, over 20 lakh solar power pumps are being given to farmers. In the last 6 years, India's solar energy capacity is up 13 times. India has also brought the world together to the International Solar Alliance. Friends, our cities are engines of growth and powerhouse of innovation. Our cities are seeing three encouraging trends: technological development, favorable demographic dividend, increasing domestic demand. To further our growth in the sector, we have the Smart Cities Mission. The integrated command and control centers under the mission are helping cities in better urban planning and management. I'm very happy to share that 54 command center projects have become operational. 30 such projects are at various stages of implementation. These centers were especially useful during the pandemic days. Of the 2 smart cities in Kerala, Kochi Smart City has already established its command center. Thiruvananthapuram Smart City is now getting ready for its control center. Under Smart Cities Mission, the 2 Kerala Smart Cities, Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram, have made significant progress. Till date, the 2 smart cities have 27 projects worth rupees 773 crore that have been completed. Works in 68 projects worth almost rupees 2,000 crore are in pipeline. Friends, one more initiative to improve urban infrastructure is Amrut. Amrut is helping cities expand and upgrade their wastewater treatment infrastructure. A total of 175 water supply projects are being taken up in Kerala under Amrut at the cost of more than rupees 1,100 crore. Universal coverage is provided in 9 Amrut cities. Today, we are inaugurating the 75 million liters per day water treatment plant at Aruvikara, completed at a cost of rupees 70 crore. This will improve the lives of around 13 lakh citizens. As my minister colleague said, this project will help increase per capita water supply in Thiruvananthapuram to 150 liters per day from 100 liters per day supply earlier. Friends, today we are making the Jayanti of the great Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. The life of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj inspires people across India. He gave emphasis on Swaraj, where the fruits of development reach all sections of society. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj also had a special relation with the coast of India. One hand he built a strong navy. On the other hand, he worked hard for coastal development and welfare of fishermen. We are continuing this vision. India is on the way to becoming Atmanirbhar in the defense sector. There have been path-breaking reforms in defense and space sectors. These efforts will create opportunities for so many talented Indian youngsters. Similarly, our nation has begun a big movement towards excellent coastal infrastructure. India is investing in our blue economy. We value the efforts of our fishermen. Our efforts for fishermen community are based on more credit, increased technology, top quality infrastructure, supportive government policies. Fishermen now have access to Kisan credit cards. We are encouraging the use of latest technology that will help them navigate the waters. Work is underway to modernize boats they use. Government policies will ensure India becomes a hub for seafood exports. In this budget itself, a fishing harbor has been announced for Kochi. Friends, the great Malayalam poet Kumaran Ashan had said, "I am not asking your caste, sister. I am not asking your caste, sister. I ask for water. I am thirsty." Development and good governance does not know caste, creed, race, gender, religion, or language. Development is for everyone. This is the essence of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Development is our aim. Development is our religion. I seek the support of the people of Kerala so that we can move forward to realize this shared vision of togetherness and development. Nanni Namaskaram.
Thank you very much, Honorable Prime Minister, for such inspiring and motivating address. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Government of India, Ministry of Power, I express deep gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister and all dignitaries for sparing their valuable time and for being with us. We now take leave. Namaskaram.